Hello and good afternoon. My name is Lavana, and I just want to say thank you for tuning in to Pretty Eyes. Pretty Eyes is a domestic violence survivors show, Life After. This show is going to empower many people. Hopefully, it will definitely encourage people to leave an abuser, get out of an abusive situation that you may be currently in, or even if you have already left the abuser, how to cope with life after. First of all, I just want to start by saying thanks so much for tuning in. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, so that way you guys can get the notifications that come forth. Going forward in weeks to come, I will be having multiple men and women that will be speaking on domestic violence surviving as well. They will be talking about their own story and what led them to leave their abuser. First off, I would like to say that I was also in an abusive relationship. I'm also a survivor. This was 20 years ago, but it's never too late, to talk about it, to tell someone your story. I just want to say that God is good, and I give God all the glory, because if it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't be sitting here today. I want to start off by saying that leaving the abuse sometimes is difficult for some people. For me, it wasn't really because I listened to the voice of Jesus, and He basically just told me to leave and never return. Now, right away, it wasn't so easy. Right away, it was a little difficult because there was a lot of back and forth going. And the main thing is a lot of people don't understand or know how to get out of the situation or where they're going to go. What will they do next? What is their next move? And the ultimate thing that you should do is make sure that you have a plan. If you have a plan in place, whether that be a second job or like some money put to the side, something in the bank, or just a friend. It could be a friend, it could be a coworker, a relative, anyone that could just help you, so you could get yourself into the right, perspective. The first thing I would like to talk about today on this show is I'm going to talk about the different signs to look for when a person is being abused. A lot of people kind of sometimes just, they may not understand, or they may think that that person is something's going on with them, but a lot of people that are being abused will not just come out straight and say, hey, I'm being abused, I need help. A lot of time it is a silent cry that people are basically needing help, but they just won't tell anyone. And the main reason is because they're just ashamed. They're ashamed because they don't want anyone to know. They can't believe it's happening to them. And this can be for men and women. So women are not the only people that are being abused. It also can be men as well. We do have women that are knockout artists. So I'm just saying, nobody needs to be abused. What age, what gender, it doesn't matter. No one needs to be treated in that way. And love is kind, and love is patient. And one thing that truly helped me get through my leaving my abuser, it was a rough time, was Psalms 91, Psalms 23, and Psalms 27. Those were some things that truly helped me get back to myself. And just definitely surrounding myself around people that were positive, people that had good things. And the main focus was the Bible. The Bible for me was something that really helped me. So like I said, today we're going to just kind of go over a few things, and just to kind of like look out for these things. If you see a coworker, a friend, a relative, anybody that may be struggling with being in that type of relationship, or a person that is coming out of that, lend that helping hand. Be kind to one another, love on each other, show love. We need love, and especially right now, with this whole pandemic and everything going on. A lot of people are feeling lonely. A lot of people are feeling unloved, unkept, so it's just good to, be kind to thy neighbor, like it says in the word. So the first thing that a lot of people will do is, when they're being abused, is change their behaviors, whether it be anger, aggression. A lot of times people are withdrawing from family, from friends. And the main thing that you definitely don't want to do that. Taking away from your family and your friends, those are the people that you will really need, you'll need later on at some point. And I was one of those people that actually kind of pulled away from my family and my good friends. And that's the ultimate thing that the abuser wants you to do, so they can have total control. And you step away and you say, why me? I'm a good person. I didn't do anything wrong to deserve this. The main thing, just always know that this is not your fault. This is a person that has insecurity issues, and if they have insecurity issues, this is something that they don't know how to handle, so they just take it out on the person that's next to them or the person that's in the household with them. And typically it will go from man or woman and trickle down to the children. And if you do have kids and you're involved in something like that, please just get out of it, because it's not a good thing for a kid to witness anything like that, any type of violence. Whether it be, just arguing or just, full force punches. Either way, it's not good, because what you're setting is a bad example, and you're showing that child or children that this is the way that it should be. They're going to grow up and either be that way, or they're going to be with someone that's treating them that way. And again, you want to show pretty eyes. The main thing is, I want people to be able to smile again, be happy again. Not be, depressed, having anxiety, taking medication, doing different things to try to cope with leaving the abuser or even being in that situation. And at the finishing of this video, I will drop down in the comments if anyone needs help with food, clothing, pantry, or just a hotline, a number to talk, and if you want to talk here, definitely feel free. This is a no judgment zone. There's a lot of people that may be watching that are in an abusive relationship or have actually gotten out of it, but they want to be silent because they're ashamed. They just really don't want to talk about it. It's something that's a sensitive situation. And going forward, we will have some men and women that will be on the show that will be speaking about their own surviving and what led them up to leaving their abuser. So second thing that you should watch out for when a person is being abused is they will stop their normal activities. Say for an example, if you work out on a Wednesday and you have a workout crew or workout buddy, and then all of a sudden you start making all these excuses of why you can't. Or just a regular Friday night girl hangout, eating dinner, what have you. And every time that people are inviting you somewhere, and then all of a sudden you're like, I can't make it, and all these excuses come, those are signs that a person is going through something and they just don't want to really tell you. And if you're a person that cares about these individuals, ask them questions. Ask them, are they okay? Check in on your people. People need that, and if you're not checking in and you don't know what's really going on in the person's life, you can't help them, Another thing is, if you are doing like group activities, say for an example, a game night all the time, and then the people are starting to tell you, hey, invite you and your boyfriend or your husband or your significant other, whoever that will be, and all of a sudden you can't ever bring the person around because you know that your friends and your family will be able to see that this person is not right for you. And the bottom line, it lies in your heart, and you know that the person is not right for you, but you steady make excuses for the person. He was just having a bad day, or she was just upset, that argument got out of control, they didn't mean to do it. And I even felt that way back when I was going through that. This person is just jealous, or they love me so much. But once again, love is kind. Love doesn't hurt. So anything we want to talk about, also some different type of abuses that a lot of people may not be aware of. We all know about the physical abuse. We also know about verbal abuse, but a lot of people don't talk about financial abuse, and financial abuse is also real. Financial abuse is basically where you don't have control of your own money. You may work a job, but you are rationing your own money by your abuser. And whether that be going to get gas, going to go buy some makeup or some hair at the beauty supply, whatever it is, you can't just be your own person. And what that leads to is being not dependent. You're not dependent on yourself. It's taking away your independence, and that is something that the abuser would love to do, basically, because then they have total control over everything you do. Who you see, where you go, how long you're going. And if you take away the family and the friends and the money, then you're just totally dependent on that person. And the main thing is, you don't want to be self-reliant on someone else. You want to make sure that you are a person for yourself. You want to be happy again. You want to live life. If you're a bubbly person, stay bubbly. Don't let anyone condemn your soul, your spirit, and make you feel less than a person, because that's not the right way to be. And also, emotional abuse. Emotional abuse is something that a lot of people may not think it's abuse, but if you're in a relationship, or if you're married, or if you just have a live-in, whatever your situation is, and you're not getting the love, the hugs, the kind words, just on an emotional level, and you're being put down constantly, that kind of ties into with also the verbal abuse. So just be mindful of the things that are being said to you, the words that are being said to you, and the treatment that you're receiving. And if it's not right, leave the situation, because nobody needs to go through that. Also, when I was in an abused relationship, I recall times where I would be very quiet, and everybody that knows me know I'm not a quiet person. I will speak my mind. I will say what I need to say. I'm a very happy, kind of go-lucky person. I always have jokes, and I'm always ready to get a laugh. So in this scenario, I remember him coming home from work one day, and I was cooking in the kitchen, and my sister was over my house, and it dawned on me once she brought it to my attention that once he came in the house, that I was very quiet. It's like I went inward. I was kind of walking on eggshells, and I didn't realize until my sister brought it to my attention that, are you afraid of him? And then I had to ask myself, am I? Then I had to dig into my inner spirit, the strength that God gives me, and realize that you're better than this. God did not put us on earth to go through physical fights, whether it's being punched in the face, chokeholds, wrestling moves, whatever you want to call it. Either way, any type of putting your hands on somebody is just not the right way. And that's not the way that God wants us to be. He wants us to be happy. He wants us to live life full and enjoy the fruits of our labor. So if you feel like you're not being treated right and you've been with a person for years and years, don't worry about the years, because what you're really in love with is the history. It's not how the person is treating you, and you may be afraid to just leave because you're just so used to it, and you don't want to be conditioned in a situation like that. So I just want to say, going forward on all of these shows we're going to do, like I said, this is my first show today, and going forward I'm going to be doing shows once a week about just uplifting people that are in abusive relationship, men and women. And like as I said earlier, we will have men and women that will be speaking about their abuse, how they got out of it, and what they're doing today, to better themselves. Now, for myself, when I first got out of my abusive relationship, it wasn't easy for me, so I self-medicated. I would pop pills, I would drink a lot, I would smoke a lot of weed. I'm just being straight up with you guys. And the Lord delivered me from that, and He made me understand that even though I thought I was okay, I thought I was okay, I'm working a job, I'm doing good, I got a nice house, nice car, good job, I'm looking nice, but inside I was tore up, And the main thing is, if you are self-medicating yourself to get over this obstacle that a lot of people can't get through, seek counseling. First and foremost, read that Bible, because that's the number one thing that helped me. If that's not for you, seek counseling. Speak to a friend, a neighbor, a coworker, family member. Talk to someone, because if you just keep stuffing and stuffing and stuffing and never get it out, you're just going to explode. You're going to explode internally, and then it will show on the outside. So I just want to give thanks to Jesus for saving my life. He's been an awesome person in my life. He's a person I can trust. He's a person that leads my direction, and He lets me know when I'm off course, and I'll get back in line. Awesome God that we serve. So with that being said, I just want to say, guys, thanks for tuning in to Pretty Eyes. Again, we will have more shows. This show will be coming on once a week, so that way you can tune in, and we'll have different topics. And like I say, if you want to chime in and put comments in the section below, definitely do so. If you want to reach out, You can always follow me also on Domestic Violence Survivors. That's on Facebook. Also, you can follow me as well on Instagram. I'm under Von Dillion at Instagram. My name is Lavana. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, show those pretty eyes. Have a great day, guys. Love you.